Hey you guys, it's Samantha, your host at Let's Talk About It Success Stories. I have a special guest today by the name of Hot Sauce. Some of you may know him and some of you may not. So, Hot Sauce, can you give a little intro about yourself today?
Got it all, got it all. It's your main man, Hot Sauce, going up the right way, not the wrong way on the podcast today. Y'all know me from the comedy skits to the music to the motivational speeches, little everything, all across social media.
Okay, so you do a lot. You wear many hats, as some of you guys know already. So, what year did you decide to do music?
I've done music all my life when it comes to playing instruments and singing in the school choir, but when it comes to doing this rap shit, that shit started back in like 2017.
Okay.
Just from me putting freestyles on social media to it catching the attention of one of my homies, sending me some beats. I wrote a viral song, Really From the Village. Y'all know what it is.
Okay, period. That name is cool too. Okay, so as an artist, what advice can you give to upcoming artists?
In the name of Abraham from Audubon Middle School, paperwork. My best advice is paperwork. We had this old head at my middle school always talked about paperwork. You got to have your paperwork right.
Right.
What I mean by paperwork is, make sure you own your name. Make sure you got your music registered right. Just everything. Right. Don't just be on YouTube searching free beats, putting music out, and somebody else could be stealing your shit or you're not getting paid the correct way.
Exactly.
You know?
So ownership and that paper trail will definitely go a long way.
For real.
So, okay. What year did you go viral?
I went viral in 2017. Roaches. Louisiana Chicken on Manchester and Normandy. Did a little comedy skit right there because they had this tent over it for having infestation. I said, I bet you when this tent come off, these niggas going to be right back in that motherfucker. And it makes sense because if your mama got roaches, nigga, then you ain't going to not eat at your mama house. You going to rinse a cup off and you going to still get some water. And I went over there and went viral,
That
2017.
Is so funny. I remember that one, though. That's hilarious.
You feel me? I'm just saying, we grew up with roaches. Half of y'all got roaches. You ain't gonna move out that. You ain't moved out that apartment yet.
Still eating good.
Still rinsing off the plate. Y'all come get y'all food. You feel me?
Okay, so what advice can you give us for the people that have a 9-to-5 but still want to pursue their career as an artist or comedian? Like, what advice could you give?
Just don't stop with your dreams. When you get off work, when you at work, just keep your dreams flowing. Keep writing down your thoughts, your goals, and execute them one by one. Even if you can't do it all, do a little bit of something. Whatever you got to do. For me, I'm a bus operator, so when I used to be driving, I'd be at red lights. I'd be writing down goals. Me and my homie had this thing. We get this schedule printed out every day, and at the end of the day, if you don't have nothing on the back of your schedule written down, you wasted your day. That was me and my nigga Mike. Shout out my boy Smitty. Okay. And every day I get off work, I would have 1,000 different rap bars. I need to do this, I need to do that. And first off day, execute. Get off, execute. You feel me?
Okay.
Just don't stop.
That's what's up. Yeah, so consistency and just wanting better. Yeah, I feel that. Okay. So I know you have a song with you got the youth in your music video or whatever. So what advice would you like to give to the youth, because the death rate is rising right now? So
don't be a follower, be a leader. Okay. Be different. Dare to be different. Don't go with the masses. Stand out. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to say no. Remember growing up, we had the dare classes. Yeah. They say just say no. Damn, that was the biggest thing that we could have ever had. Say no. You don't have to gang bang. You don't have to do drugs. Right. It's okay to be the sober homie that's not from nowhere. He's cool too. You feel me? So just be yourself. You don't got to fit in. Stand out. Right.
That's true. I think we need more, male figures like you to really put that out there, because, a lot of youth feel like they got to fit in, be this way, that way, and they don't know themselves, even when they, get a little older.
Peer pressure. So. Peer pressure is a lot, especially in the school system growing up. You want to be cool. You want to fit in, but... you also want to be able to stand out. So if everybody look the same, then
you ain't important.
You feel me?
So how many mixtapes do you have?
I dropped 2 mixtapes, Feature Hendrix and Feature Hendrix 2. So I need to come with some more, but those are 2 mixtapes I dropped. I did a lot of collaborations between 2017 and now, and I would just put them all on the mixtape.
Right.
And took a little bit from Future. Future had this album called Future Hendrix.
Right.
Spent on it, made it Feature Hendrix, and sold it all across the states, all around the world, thanks to social media.
Right. So, like, where around the world have you been global at so far?
Japan, Switzerland. I've had, musical challenges on social media. As
Okay.
far as Africa has tapped in, Germany.
All
I've
right.
sent them CDs to the UK, all the
Okay.
states, Mexico, just about everywhere. Social
Yeah.
media is powerful.
Yeah. That's
So,
good. That's good that you like really just be in your zone and you just really just
yeah,
go for it.
for
So
real.
that brings me to my next question. By being a full time father, do you feel as though your kids were your motivation for you to accomplish many of your goals?
Oh, for sure. They was my motivation. They mamas talking shit to
Right.
me. That always is motivation. A baby mama make you get off your ass. You feel me? So you got a motherfucker in your ear telling you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't this.
Right.
You ain't that. You will never had this. That should be motivation. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at my kids like, I'm gonna prove your mama wrong.
Right.
Your mama lying to you. And I'm gonna show her she lying to you. She don't want you
Yeah.
to see this real. And so,
Right.
my kids definitely was a big motivation. Then having
Yeah.
custody of my daughter, that really pushed me hard.
Right, and that's you a real one for that one because
You know?
it's like for you to take that responsibility, and you still gotta be a father. Like you gotta work, you gotta just do it all. It's like it's not easy
It's a lot.
either. Yeah,
And the cost of living in Los Angeles is crazy.
Man.
Rent going up, everything going up.
you gotta have all these jobs.
You feel me? You got to have a lot going on. Well, I ain't bailing out. I'm not leaving. I am
Right.
not moving to Vegas. I'm not one of them.
Exactly. Okay, so so far, what have you done for the community, and what do you plan to do with the community in the future?
That's a great question. When it comes to the community, what have I done? I've been present for some food giveaways, but
Right.
that wasn't something that I had set up. That was something I just participated in. But
Right.
I know I would just say, I just try to motivate the youth and just tell them the real of, the road they don't want to go down.
Right.
That's what I'll say. Financially, what have I done? I haven't been able to do much in that aspect, but as far as just giving back my time and talking to teenagers and the up and coming
Yeah.
kids that are looking up to people, I talk to them when I can, and they hit my DM.
Right.
So I would just say I always give them the best advice, and don't try to don't strive to work for a company. You don't want to go to
Right.
school and get out of school just to get a job.
Right.
I tell my kids all the time, you want to work for yourself. So
Yeah.
if you can take advantage of the Navy and the Army and
Yeah.
the Marines, those are great things too to come a lot of benefits for life. So
Yeah, that's true.
tell them things like that of that nature.
Yeah, that's true. And then I want to add on as far as your like kids or whatever. Like I know you have a daughter and you said a son. So like every day that like they leave the house, like what is the main thing you tell them like throughout their day or whatever?
Well, for my daughter, because my son doesn't live with me, we speak here and there when we can. But for my daughter, for sure, every day when she's walking out, I'm telling her, have a good day. Don't go to school and argue with nobody. You're always arguing with everybody.
Right.
Don't go to school and argue with nobody. Please, I don't want no phone calls from the school. Have a good day.
Right.
Walk away. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
Because how girls are.
Yeah.
Anybody say something to her. Anybody say something to her, she ready to snap, and I be
Right.
having to
That's
give her these little
good.
pep talks. You ain't got to fight every battle. It's
Right.
okay to just take a
Right.
joke and walk it away. She's not really big on getting
Yeah.
talked about or joked about.
Yeah, that's any kid. I feel
know?
like yeah.
My
And
son, he the Cash App king. Hey, Dad, you send me $25 after school. Cash App king. He Cash
My
App.
son, too, I
Jordan
feel
calling us. What you want? I get $20, $30. You got $30 at Retro Pretzel.
Right.
Like going to Retro Pretzel, you need 30. So he's 15, so he older.
Yeah.
Calling me old man. I'm like, I'm old. I feel young still. He calling me an old man. You 40? I'm not no
Right.
damn 40 years old. Fuck out of here.
That
You
is
know?
so funny. Yeah, but did you ever think about like, because you give good advice and all that. Did you ever think about like, going to different schools or events and doing like a public speaker situation?
Yeah, I would love to do that. I've probably thought about it. Never really went out to execute it. But in the beginning, when I first left high school, I wanted to be a social worker
Oh, okay.
because I grew up in the foster system.
Yeah, me
and
too.
then when I found out the school classes and what I had to do to be a social worker, I didn't. I was like, oh, I don't want to be in school that long.
Right.
You know, I went to trade tech and them little community colleges, and
Right.
it just wasn't for me. You know,
Right.
I didn't got a lot of units I didn't get through, and I was like, man, I think the school shit ain't gonna work out.
I
So
was like, get me straight to the point. I went to like a trade school. I can't do all the prerequisites. We did that in high school, middle school. Get me straight to the point. Like,
I thought I wanted to be a teacher. I found out quick the teachers
Right.
don't make a lot. You know you just gonna be giving back.
Right.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna change my mind on that. Tried to be an electrician, that wasn't working. I switched up the majors so many times, but if I could just put my hands on it, I want to be a social worker. I want to be one of them social workers that get the worst of the worst teenagers that are in the system, foster youth, group homes, and be able to be that person they can lean on when the living situation ain't going right, when they're ready to give up. Because I had a great social worker growing up named Valerie. I had a therapist named Lois. I had a psychiatrist. And that was a part of my village, you know?
Yeah, I grew up in a foster system as well.
So
I was able to, I had the luck of being adopted with my older sister. So, yeah, we had, you know, therapy, psychiatrists, all that. But, you know, it ain't what you went through. It's what you going to do with yourself now. Like,
exactly.
You know, so I feel like.
And nobody knew I was in the foster system. I don't know about you. But I kept a smile on my face. You feel me? Nobody knew. When they knew, it was like, damn, you're 12th grade. Like, you was in the foster zone? Yeah, nigga, since 5th grade. Never. Yes. You feel me? So, so I don't know how you carry yourself. Some people let it get to them. But
some people, I'll be like, man, all you could do is pray for them. But don't give up. That's really what it's about. That's why I have my podcast to show, like, it ain't just, you know, one way to be successful. Like, you wear many hats, you do it all, and you still able to get up, and you proud of yourself at the end of the day. So that's good.
Appreciate you. You're doing a great job yourself, knowing we came from the same similar background, you know. We expected to fail.
Yeah, for real. You know? I didn't even think I would be this far, but hey,
every birthday at this point, I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. I look in the mirror, I see some gray hairs. I was like, damn. You know, these kids aging is a sign that we are getting older. Yeah. My son 15, I'm like, damn, 15?
Right.
I was 15. Like, I was messing with your mom when I was 15. Like, when I was 15, I was messing with his mom for like 2 or 3 years at that point already. Like, that's crazy to think, like, you know. And he's still a baby in my eyes, but he's not a baby, you know. So, yeah, time fly.
That's true. So, any upcoming mixtapes you working on?
I'm not working on no upcoming mixtape, I would say, because I noticed that a lot of people, do you still listen to whole albums, honestly? When the last time you listened to a whole album?
Well, a whole album.
A whole album. What artists out there would you, like, I'm turning to interviewing you. What artists out there would you, whose album you would still listen to in totality, in full? Like, it's not too many albums we want to hear. How many songs you want to hear of the same person, unless it's like a Drake or somebody like that, you feel me? Because his music is always on point. But, like, I do the single thing now. So I noticed that, like, I'm just dropping singles. Single. You know, OT Genesis, I paid attention to how he was dropping his singles. And everything you drop, banger. Banger. Because why drop 11 songs and you skip over all of them just to play 1 and 11? And so everything in the middle I just let out for nothing, you know. So I'm on the single tip. I'm gonna just keep dropping singles, but people say I should put out bodies of work, but for what? For you?
Right.
Like, for what?
Like, that's you and this is me.
It takes a lot to go to the studio and record, and you want to get it right, and you want to get this feature. No, I'm gonna do these singles and, you know, pick them out one by one.
Right. Okay. You want to give any shout outs?
You know, shout out to the No Excuse crew. I've been working out, getting back in shape.
Okay.
Giving myself something different I never did, which was, you know, just eating better. And, you know, No Excuse crew, 9008, Bully.
Okay.
All the coaches, Sarge, World Traveler, George, you know. That's my squad I've been with for the last year, you know, keeping our heads on also, you know. And that's about it at this point. Kids, family, you know. Yakasita the Don, what's the deal, you know?
Okay, yes. Okay, well, thank you for coming on my interview today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you guys could catch me next time. I'll have another special guest. You know how I come through. So stay tuned, and you can follow me on Instagram at Let's Talk About It Success Stories. And you guys have a good day. See you.
Garro.